Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Ronald Mason. I'm the president of the University of the District of Columbia, the public institution of higher learning in and for the nation's capital. Let me welcome you this morning. You are freshmen at our university that came in through one of our three doors. We have professional certification, we have associate's degree door, and we have the bachelor's degree door. You came in through the associate's degree door, but it's our goal and intention that you will go out through the bachelor's degree door. Because in this day and age, it's the bachelor's degree that's the grand prize if you want to, as the mayor would say, get to the middle class. Now, we have our work cut out for us, which is why I asked you if you were excited about being here. Because if you're not excited about the work, it's going to be hard to do the work. I'm going to play a 4-minute video right now that will lay the groundwork for the kind of work that we're going to be doing together. And then we're going to talk a little bit about how we aspire to get the work done, how we accomplish the work, and then once the work is done, how we leave UDC to go out and take on the world. Okay? Show me some kind of enthusiasm, folks. Come on. You got to want it if you're going to get it, okay? Let's see the video. what y'all think of that? Made you angry, but historically accurate, right? Now, getting angry is not going to get it done. Who said they were angry? Over here, right? Because at the end of the day, we got to get to the finish line, right? And part of what the message is that you can't do it alone, because history, reality, privilege, discrimination, take your pick, are all trying to stop us from getting where we want to go, right? Now, what was the bulldozer there? You saw the bulldozer at the end that was going to help you break down the wall and get to where you want to go? Who's the bulldozer there? Let me give you a hint. Huh? UDC. UDC. We're building a university with one purpose in mind. And that purpose is to help you be the best that you can be. We know that you can't do it alone. We see you. We understand you. Most of us used to be you. But we're putting together the kind of place that if you want to work with us, and if you're willing to work, and if you want to get there, we will help you get there. Now, you know our motto, right? Aspire, accomplish, take on the world. It's on your shirt. You ought to know it. Do I need to take off my shirt and show you the back? Oh, here it is. Here, there you go. Who wants to tell me what what aspire means? Anybody? Show me some enthusiasm, folks. You got to want to get it. What is aspire?
To work towards.
Raise your hands. Give me somebody. Come up here, man. Come introduce yourself to the streaming world. Come on up here. Come get on camera and tell us what you think aspire is. Introduce yourself to this group and to the group on the Van Ness campus, all right? Come on.
I'm RJ Ford. I
Where
believe
you from?
Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
I believe aspire is a willingness to want to achieve more.
Fair enough. Go on. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Anybody else want to introduce themselves and say what aspire is? You had said it. You want to get up and try? Okay. Come on, introduce yourself. There's people doing the same thing on the Van Ness campus. There's another, it must be 200 here, I'm guessing. There's another 200 or so uptown, all asking and answering the same questions and all introducing themselves to each other. Introduce yourself, say where you're from, and tell us what you think aspire means.
Okay. My name is Gutierrez Mack, and I'm a fourth-generation Washingtonian. And in my opinion, I believe that aspire means to work towards something. You're motivated to work towards a specific goal.
Very good. Anybody else? Anybody else? You're rubbing your head, or you want to get up? No? So it's more or less to set a goal, right? Now, who in this room has goals or a goal? All right. Say that again. Who has goals? So I'm hoping everybody does. Anybody want to come up and share what their goal is? Raise your hands again. I'll pick somebody. Come on. Who has a goal? Come on, man. Come up here. I hope y'all are doing the same thing on Van Ness while we're going through this. Introduce yourself.
I am Marquis Daddy.
Mike.
Yeah.
What is your goal? And where are you from?
My goal is to change the world.
All right, that's cool.
And this is the first step.
First step, where are you from?
I'm from DC, right here. Bennett Park. Marquis.
To the mic. We can hear you.
I'm Marquis. Yeah, I'm from Bennett Park. I live on the Van Ness campus. Yeah, so I'm here to change the world.
Change the world. That's a great goal. That's my goal too. In fact, that's UDC's goal, to change the world. But how are we going to do it? We're going to do it through y'all. Anybody else got a goal? Somebody? Come on. Send somebody up, John. Come on up here. Come on. Good morning. Introduce yourself, where you're from, and tell us what you go.
Good morning. My name is Joan Rickles, born and raised in Washington, D.C. My goal is to start my own business as a VA assistant and to make a lasting legacy for my boys.
Lasting legacy for her voice. I'm going to do one more. Come on, man. Two. I will take two. Come on. Introduce yourself, where you're from.
Good morning. My name is Talexis Gabos. I'm from Washington, D.C. My goal is to become a professional graphic designer, own my own business.
Introduce yourself, where you're from, what you go with.
Hi, my name is Marsden Lambert. I'm from DC. My goal is to be like, if any of you know who Virgil Abloh is, he's a fashion designer, but he also makes music, and he also does music videos and videos like that. So that's kind of my goal. I want to be a famous fashion designer, a videographer, and I also want to be a graphic designer.
Very good. So see, the thing is, when you're born, everybody's born with the same potential. Everybody's born with the same potential. It's not dependent on race. It's not dependent on class. It's not dependent on privilege, right? But if you understood the video, what happens is that over time, you know, depending on who you are, where you're from, what you look like, there are things that start to eat away at your potential, right? And then when you get to this stage of your life, you forget what kind of potential you had when you were a child. You lose vision of yourself along the way. But we want to help you reclaim that vision of yourself. Remember your potential. Understand that the challenges that you're dealing with today, they're not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. The problem is with the challenges that are put before us during the life that we live before we get here. But you have an institution, a bulldozer, that's going to help you tear down those walls and get where you want to go. First, you set your goal, right? Figure out what you want to do, and we can help you. If you haven't figured it out yet, we can even help you do that, right? So that's aspire. Now, what is accomplish? Getting it done. All right, so tell me the key elements, the key steps to getting it done. What's the first one? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to introduce themselves to the rest of the folks here? Come on, young lady. You're looking at me like you just got to say something. Come on. Who you are? Where you from?
My name is Armel. I'm from Congo, Africa.
Okay.
So,
What's your first step?
so my first step is to study.
Study. Okay, good. All right. Let's get somebody else. He looked away from me. Come on, stand up here. Introduce yourself. And I'm going to get you next. All right?
My name is Zaina and I'm from Tanzania, Africa. Myself is hardworking. Hardworking can make me accomplish anything.
Very good. Come on, young lady. I picked her because she looked like she didn't want to be here. But you never know. Who you are, where you from? Go ahead.
My name is Jennifer. I'm from DC, and my first step is to stay focused.
Stay focused. Very good. One more. Anybody else? Who you are, where you from? What's the first step in? Come on, man. Yeah, everybody looks like they're kind of bored or disinterested or sighing or something. I'm just going to call them up so they can introduce themselves. Come on. Y'all know this fella? No? Come on up, man. Introduce yourself. Where you from? What's your first step in succeeding?
My name is Andrew. I'm from New Jersey, and I guess the first step to succeeding in anything is just diligence. Really, as everyone else has been saying, hard work.
Hard work. All right, good. Thank you very much. So the first step for me is showing up.
Right on.
Right? You got to show up. Showing up is half the battle. Go to class, talk to your advisors, follow up with the faculty members in the class, take your notes, but you got to show up. If you don't show up, you've lost before you got started, right? So that's number one. Show up. Number two is understand that you got to know their world. That means you have to be bilingual. I talk one way on the basketball court. I talk one way when I'm home, but I've learned to talk their language when I'm on Wall Street. You follow me on this? There's nothing wrong with the way we talk, it's just different. So you got to learn how to speak it, and you got to learn how to write it. We have a writing center. We're going to challenge you on your what do they call it? Dialect, right? But you got to learn to be bilingual. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to get where you want to go, whatever you want to be. You feeling me on that?
Absolutely.
One is show up. Two, learn to read and write the language. And what is the third piece? What's the third piece? Anybody? The young lady here with the you said you mumbled something. Come on up here. Come on, introduce yourself. No? Okay. She doesn't want to show up. Come on, young lady. Got to show up. See? The thing is, why I'm asking you to come up here? So you can let people know you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't sound and act like you believe in yourself, nobody's going to believe in you. Young lady. Why do you believe in yourself?
My name is Santos, and I'm from DC. And I think that the third step is to do your work.
Do your work. Do your work. I'll give one more if anybody wants to introduce themselves. Folks. So the third piece is this. I know you are all great. I know you're all strong. I know you all have strengths. In fact, we don't look at what people call deficits, and we don't consider you to be at risk or any of that stuff. We're going to tell you what your strengths are, and then we're going to build on your strengths. Everybody here has strengths. Everybody. We're going to understand what they are. We're going to help you understand. We're all going to build on them. But the key is this. You can't do it by yourself. Look to your left. Just look to your left right now. Look at the person on your left. I'm sorry. Now look at the person on your right. Okay? Hold each other's hand through this process. We're going to be holding your hand. Each one teach one. Each one teach each other. Each one work with each other. The more of you that get to the finish line, the more successful each of you will be. You with me on that? So it's pretty simple. You aspire. That is, you set your goal. Don't be limited in your goal. You know, think about who you are, what you want to be, and we can help you and tell you how to get there. Second one is to accomplish. Show up. Learn to read and write the language and speak the language. What was the third piece on that? Show up, read and write the language. Oh, and take care of each other. You're stronger together than you ever will be apart. And then the last piece is take on the world, right? Because it's a global reality now. And it's not inconceivable that some of you will be working in China or in Ghana or in Kenya or in India. It's that small a place. You can get on a plane today and be in Paris 5 hours from now, 6 hours from now. It's a real possibility, and some of you will start taking those kinds of trips even while you're at UDC. Okay? So, you know, I usually get a lot more reaction out of a crowd when I have these kinds of talks. So I'm hoping that y'all are just deep into thinking about what I'm saying here. Because we do have our work cut out for us. And we do want you to be successful. And you here and the folks on the Van Ness campus, who you'll see more and more of, have the same goals, the same freshman class, and we want you to end up in the same place, which is with that bachelor's degree. Okay? If y'all get the associate's degree in 2 years, I see you on the stage. And then When you're walking across the stage, I'll be whispering in your ear, we'll see you back for that bachelor's. Okay, remember I said that, all right? So we're going to aspire, we're going to accomplish, we're going to take on the world. And I say this at every orientation, and I say this at every graduation. What is yesterday? What is yesterday? Yesterday is a memory, right? What's tomorrow? Who said a vision? Somebody said a vision? Oh, I thought you did. So yesterday is a memory and tomorrow is a vision, right? Well, how do you make yesterday always a memory of happiness? And how do you make tomorrow always a vision of hope? You take care of today. You wake up in the morning, you claim it, you say, this day is mine, and I'm going to do the best I can with this day. And I guarantee you that if you take it one day at a time and make every day the best day you can possibly make it, then every yesterday for you will be a memory of happiness, and every tomorrow will be a vision of hope. So welcome to the Firebird Nation, and remember, you're not alone. Thank y'all. I think we have